On behalf of the Contra Costa County Board of Supervisors, welcome to the 27th Cesar E. Chavez Virtual Celebration and Youth Hall of Fame Awards Ceremony.
Hello, my name is Arturo Castillo, and I am this year's Contra Costa County Cesar Chavez Committee Vice Chair. We would like to honor and celebrate Cesar Chavez by welcoming the following three keynote speakers. San Pablo Council Member Arturo Cruz, La Clínica de la Raza's Chief Executive Officer Jane Garcia, and Antioch School District Board Trustee Mary Rocha. Each speaker has a similar background to Cesar Chavez and has dedicated themselves to working with vulnerable populations within our community. We thank them for their commitment and value their determination on addressing socioeconomic and health inequities throughout Contra Costa County.
Hello, everyone. My name is Arturo Cruz, and I would like to welcome you to the 26th Annual Cesar Chavez Celebration of Contra Costa County. I'm the first Chicano council member in the history of San Pablo, and I'm the grandson of an immigrant from Jalisco, Mexico. I'm also the first generation Mexican-American after my grandfather, Manuel Cruz, arrived here in California in 1948 through the Bracero program. My grandfather was a migrant worker and received his permanent resident card in 1960. As we all know, Cesar Chavez was a migrant worker who traveled with his family from Arizona to California in 1937. Moving our community forward is this year's theme. And what this means is that we should always try to improve the quality of life wherever possible for everyone, regardless of who we are and where we come from. We should all be accountable for doing our part to make our community a better place, whether it's through technology, civic engagement, and collaboration. We should share our gifts and talents with each other and network with each other. We should inspire each other, encourage each other, really just love and respect each other. We should learn from our mistakes, continue to grow, and ask for help whenever we need it. We should be aware of the issues that may be preventing us from moving forward and get involved through civic engagement to educate each other and inform each other about social issues and learn about the resources available to us to improve our circumstances. We should get involved by volunteering our time to continue fighting to keep the negative elements out of our communities and replace them with something positive. We are blessed to bless others on this journey called life. So keep your eyes on the prize and never give up. Never lose faith, be persistent, and remember the chant that started in Los Campos de California, Si se puede, si se puede. God bless us all and continue to be advocates for social justice and human rights and lead by example to be the change that you want to see to continue moving our community forward with our head held up high, keep pushing, and remember, we are stronger together than we are apart. And together we can make a difference, not only for today, but for many generations to follow. With the goals set in our hearts, fueled and driven by a passion that started since the beginning of time. For the fight before us should not be fought with violence, but how Cesar taught us to fight. That is through nonviolence and with the weapon of love, patience, and kindness. Peace be with us, and remember that we are all God's children. We are all one family. Que viva la causa. Thank you.
I'd like to thank the Contra Costa County Board of Supervisors for inviting La Clínica to its 26th annual Cesar Chavez celebration. My name is Jane Garcia. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of La Clínica de la Raza, a federally qualified health center. Cesar Chavez dedicated his life fighting for social justice during the era of the civil rights movement that sought to dismantle systemic racism and heal racial inequalities. It was also during this time in 1971 when La Clínica was founded by a group of UC Berkeley concerned students, health professionals, and community activists as a response to the lack of healthcare services for people in the East Bay. They were guided by what would become La Clínica's mission of improving the quality of life of the diverse communities we serve by providing culturally appropriate, high quality, and accessible healthcare for all. Last year, this mission came even more into focus. 2020 was excruciating for so many in our communities. The confluence of the coronavirus pandemic, economic recession, and social unrest have exacerbated inequalities and have starkly illustrated how a person's race and income level overwhelmingly influence the severity of impact from these crises. As we reflect on the many challenges we have faced last year, we're reminded of the lessons of Cesar Chavez. He taught us that obstacles can be overcome as long as we are willing to make hard decisions and commit to what's necessary to fight for what is right. It's these principles that help guide us during trying times and empower us to continue breaking barriers that impede marginalized communities from accessing the healthcare services they need and that they deserve. Today, amid the movement for dignity and equality for Black communities and people of color, the importance of addressing systemic racism and racial inequalities remain crucially important as ever. For nearly 50 years, La Clínica has fought against these injustices because we've long recognized how they influence the health and quality of life of our communities. We will continue to stand in solidarity with our diverse communities in fighting systems that perpetrate inequalities in healthcare. By doing so, we can ensure high-quality healthcare is accessible for all people, including and especially the most vulnerable, in order to move our community forward. This moment in time is an opportunity for us in Contra Costa, and in the U.S. for that matter, to think about what community means to us. We should move beyond the historical norms and cultures that have caused deep divisions among us, which focuses on what makes us different instead of what makes us the same. Sí se puede. Yes, we can.
Today, we celebrate Cesar Chavez, born on March 31st, 1927, and experiencing the hardships and injustice of farm workers' life firsthand. Cesar Chavez valued education as a path to a better life, became self-educated, and served as a voice for the California migrant workers. As a prominent Latino labor leader and civil rights activist through countless peaceful battles, strikes, boycotts, marches, and fasts that produced both victories and defeats. Cesar Chavez pursued a mission on nonviolence, social justice, selfless service to others, and organized farm workers and campaigns to enact laws and regulations to bring dignity and protection to farm workers. His core values were service to others, sacrifice, a preference to help the most needy, determination, nonviolence, tolerance, and respect for life, celebrating community and knowledge. As a child of a farm worker, I learned firsthand how his work for human rights affected not only my life, but other families that looked like me. Today, education is what unites us in our struggle to move families forward for a better life. Let me tell you how Cesar Chavez's values in service for others affected me. I met Dolores Huerta in my teens in Stockton, and at that time, she was gathering people to take a training on how to organize. I attended several classes, never to know that later in my life, I would use those skills. Dolores Huerta and Cesar Chavez inspired me to make a difference by serving the community through political involvement and helping families through my nonprofit work. The struggles we're having today is what unites us, knowing how strong our families are by the struggle of those before us. I close with Cesar Chavez's quote, "From the depth of the need and despair, people can work together, can organize themselves to solve their own problems, and feel their own needs with dignity and strength. Adelante con nuestra comunidad. Move our community forward. Viva Cesar Chavez. Sí se puede y viva Dolores Huerta."
Hello, my name is Monica Nino, and I am the new county administrator for Contra Costa County. I am excited to be a part of the county's annual Cesar Chavez celebration, a role that is especially meaningful for me as the first Latina to hold the administrator position. As framed by our speakers, Cesar Chavez has inspired Americans from all backgrounds with his call for justice, nonviolence, service to others, and acceptance of all people. Next in our program is a musical tribute to the life of Cesar Chavez, a performance of the folk song, De Colores. This song is closely associated with the movement Cesar Chavez helped launch and roughly translates to English to mean of colors or made of colors. Here again is Mariachi Monumental performing De Colores.
Thank you again to our gifted musicians and dancers. I love that the backdrop for the performance is our new county administration building. The Youth Hall of Fame Awards are given every year to youth between the ages of 12 and 18 years of age from Contra Costa County whose achievements would otherwise go unnoticed. Or as Cesar Chavez has said, the end of all education should surely be service to others. As you will hear in the presentations by our honorees, they exemplify a commitment to public service and leadership and are an inspiration to us all. It's mine and my colleagues, Supervisors John Joya, Candace Anderson, Karen Mitchoff, and Federal Glover's privilege to introduce this year's Youth Hall of Fame honorees. As supervisor for District 3, it's my pleasure to award Ryan Raimondi, a senior at Liberty High School with Youth Hall of Fame Leadership and Civic Engagement Award. Ryan is a driven and self-motivated student who is dedicated to his role in leadership as class president, where he focuses on improving his school community and plans student activities. He also plays football for Liberty High School and is a commissioner for the Athletic Commission while taking 6 AP classes. Ryan has been instrumental in bringing the model legislature and court program to Liberty High, which makes Liberty High School the first school in East Contra Costa County to participate. He leads the YMCA Youth and Government Group and has been president for the YMCA delegation and has been the primary bill sponsor for legislation being presented at their conference. As an appointee on the Brentwood Youth Commission, Ryan works closely with city leaders and youth to bring civic awareness to activities to Brentwood. Ryan is a compassionate and dedicated leader who cares for his community. So much so that he's even run for mayor of Brentwood. No doubt he'll continue to be civically engaged as he graduates from Liberty High School this year. Congratulations, Ryan.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ryan Raimondi, and I'm so glad to be receiving the award for leadership in civic engagement. It's been almost a year since the lockdown, and fortunately, I've been able to continue to pursue my goal of civic engagement. And I'm excited to see what I can do going forward in my community. I'd like to thank the County Board of Supervisors for the award, in particular, Diane Burgess, who's in my district. So thank you, and please stay safe and stay healthy.
I'm Supervisor John Joya representing District 1, and I hope you're enjoying our annual Cesar Chavez Day celebration. I have the pleasure today of awarding Jonathan Castaneda with the Youth Hall of Fame Award for Volunteerism. Jonathan became a member of the Youth Against Violence program with Stand for Families Free of Violence after completing a semester in the Promoting Gender Respect program at Pinole Valley High School. Jonathan led numerous campaigns at his school recognizing both Teen Dating Violence Month and Domestic Violence Awareness Month. He spent a lot of time at Stan's emergency shelter during the holidays, where he enjoyed doing arts and crafts projects with the children there. Jonathan was the very first Stan Youth Against Violence Summer Leadership Counselor. In this role, he facilitated group discussions, organized meaningful activities, and provided staff support. He later helped welcome a new group of Youth Against Violence members by teaching them, providing positive feedback, and truly caring for this group. He has contributed hundreds of volunteer hours with Youth Against Violence in hopes to make his community a better, safer place. Jonathan is now attending college and pursuing his goal of majoring in psychology to further his passion for helping his community. Jonathan is not able to be with us this morning, but we thank him for his service and know that his spirit of volunteerism will continue to positively impact others. Congratulations to Jonathan.
It is now my privilege to introduce to all of you today, Haley Brathwaite. We recognize Haley for her teamwork while she attended Carondelet High School. She graduated in the class of 2020 and now attends the University of Miami. Haley cares passionately about the world around her and her impact on others. Quite remarkably, Haley currently holds a patent for an invention called the iStick, a walking stick for the blind that utilizes ultrasound technology. While at Carondelet, she also worked on a local ban on plastic straws by meeting with city managers and educating her classmates. As an active member of the Carondelet Environmental Club, Haley led efforts for her school to go solar, to create a recycling program, and an herb garden, which their cafeteria still uses today for preparing meals. As you might imagine, Carondelet was also one of the early adopters of her ban on plastic straws. Haley logged hundreds of hours volunteering with the Pleasanton Senior Center and Meals on Wheels through her participation in the National Charity League. After being selected to attend a Ben Aver social justice trip in Washington, D.C., Haley came back and organized a school education event on injustice in the criminal justice system. Haley models kindness and inclusivity daily, which granted her the privilege to mentor her fellow track team members. Haley is now double majoring in political science and marine affairs at the University of Miami and we all cannot wait to see the many wonderful things ahead for her to accomplish. So today, I'm delighted to now present the certificate of recognition to you, Haley. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Supervisor Anderson. I am absolutely honored to accept this award, and I would also like to give a special thank you to Ms. Liz Posramore for nominating me. By accepting this award, I hope to inspire other young people in Contra Costa County and show them the value of teamwork. This will enable me to make a difference in not just our county, but in our state, in our country, and in our world, which really is the biggest goal I have in life. I want to make this county proud, and I promise you that I will. Thank you.
It is my privilege today to present the Middle School Rising Star Award to Stephanie Boustani. Now, technically, she's in the 9th grade at Acalanes High School, but this past year at Stanley Middle School, she demonstrated traits that we all can hope to exemplify. Stephanie has a strong passion for accepting everyone exactly as they are. While at Stanley Middle School, she would often go out of her way to connect with students who sat alone and invite them to the lunchtime clubs she was attending. On some days, she would visit the special day class during lunch and connect with withdrawn students who in turn opened up and shared their day with her. As a critical member of the Global Relief Outreach, GRO, Stanley's fundraising club, Stephanie assumed tremendous responsibility while also supporting her teammates in the club. While the GRO club served dinner at a homeless shelter, Stephanie did not just dish up food, but she sat and visited with clients at every table. Her compassion radiates as she engages with people that might be experiencing a difficult time. She is active in her leadership class and is always positive and supportive of her fellow students. She's one of those people who steps in, offering to help, and never seeks recognition of her contributions. Well, today we are recognizing you. Her kindness and her helpfulness will no doubt have a positive impact on the campus culture at Acalanes High School, where she now attends. Congratulations, Stephanie. I am delighted to be presenting you with this certificate.
Hi, my name is Steph Boustani, and I am proud to receive the Youth Hall of Fame Award for Middle School's Rising Star. I would like to thank my middle school teacher, Mrs. Baldwin, for helping me get through my first 2 years at middle school. I couldn't have done it without you. I would like to thank my parents who have not only helped me grow as a student, but also supported me in following my dreams. Lastly, I would like to thank all of the peers who have ever made me laugh, helped me off of the floor, not the dance floor, or who have sat down and not only said, "How are you?" but really listened. Those are the people that I would like to thank. So, thank you.
Supervisor Karen Mitchoff, representing District 4. I am honored to award Bianey Douglas with the Youth Hall of Fame Award for Perseverance. Bianey attended Carondelet High School on scholarships while holding a part-time job to cover the rest of her tuition and to pay for speech pathology sessions for a stutter, as well as additional summer courses. Her parents are both immigrants from Mexico who have earned their U.S. citizenship. She is a first-generation college student in her family. Bianey did not let her socioeconomic status nor her stutter define her, but instead she is motivated by her firm belief in social justice. A compassionate leader, she is always looking for ways to be of service, including her selection by Carondelet to speak at several Walnut Creek City Council meetings on a number of important issues. This was a daunting task given her stutter. However, she spoke eloquently and persuasively and successfully advocated for her community. Bianey participated for over 3 years in the highly selected UC Berkeley Haas School of Business Boost program for low-income, underrepresented youth. She later served as a mentor to incoming program students. Bianey has used her personal experience as the daughter of Mexican-American immigrants by founding and sitting as the first president of Latinas Unidas. Latinas Unidas helped educate her classmates and faculty about the impact of immigration laws and challenges they present for people in our community. She currently is a freshman at Wellesley College, and she continues to be determined and creative advocate for forging new paths and ideas. Unfortunately, Bianey is not able to be with us today. However, we thank her for her unrelenting dedication to overcome obstacles in order to serve others. And here is the certificate. We will be getting to her as quickly as possible. And I know you're not seeing it very well, but there it is. Congratulations, Bianey.
Good morning. I am Supervisor Federal Glover representing District 5. I am honored today to recognize Chris Garcia with the Youth Hall of Fame Award for Good Samaritan. Chris is a compassionate leader that uses life experience and positive outlook to encourage and advocate for his peers. During his time at Antioch High School, he participated in the Buddy Club, which pairs traditional students with special ed students, and peer advocate groups where he helps students with difficult situations. His warm and genuine care for others inspired his peers to be true to themselves and grow in their confidence. He was a longtime member of Antioch High's LGBTQ+ club and also worked with English language learners. Chris organized the Antioch's Warm for Holiday event, which provides groceries, toys, books, and jackets to 650 children within our community. Chris is now pursuing his goals of becoming an anesthesiologist and looks forward to continuing to help people. Thank you for your service to our community, Chris.
Congratulations to every single winner. You guys have been putting your part in and showing how amazing and talented a lot of students are and just how much impact us as students can really make. And because of that, I want to say I'm very grateful and very thankful of everybody that surrounded me with full support in Antioch High School, all the staff members, all the teachers that made me who I am today. And I just want to say it's been a beautiful journey, and I wish I can go back and experience my whole high school journey again. But I just want to say thank you to Principal Rocha, to Miss Trini, and of course, all the teachers that have made me a great person that I wanted to become. I just want to say thank you and congratulations to everybody.
Hi, my name is John Kopchik, and I'm the chair of the organizing committee for the 2021 Cesar Chavez celebration. I'm proud to be part of this hardworking group that adapted to the pandemic by transforming our 2020 live event into the program you've just seen. These dedicated committee members are Amrita Kaur, Andy Bivens, Arturo Castillo, Chris Verdugo, Aaron Mendez, Gail Israel, Gregory Montes, John Fout, Leah Bristol, Lorena Barajas, Manny Bolby, Monica Gutierrez, Sonia Bustamante, and Trish Dominguez. Thank you to them. And thank you also to our committee member in memoriam, Gina Martin.
Thank you to the Ballet Folklorico, Netzahaul Coyotl, and Mariachi Monumental for those inspiring performances. A special thank you to the committee chair, John Kopchak, and his committee made up of county staff for putting together such a meaningful program. My colleagues and I look forward to this event where we can take time to reflect on the life and the legacy of Cesar Chavez. His message of social justice and fighting for the poor and those who can't fight for themselves is as relevant today as it was when he began his work in 1962. The performances, the messages of our keynote speakers, and the presentations of our Youth Hall of Fame honorees will inspire us to continue to follow in Cesar Chavez's footsteps and continue to work to improve the lives of all.
Tú eres un mundo entero. Cuando sea tu turno, vacúnate contra el coronavirus para proteger y disfrutar de sus sonrisas. Llama sin costo al 833-829-2626 o visita www.coronavirus.cchealth.org. Confía en la vacuna, protégete y ayuda a tus seres queridos a vacunarse. Juntos le pondremos fin a esta pandemia.